Hello, Nick here from TechNuovo and welcome back to the channel. Have you heard of Melitta before? They make coffee machines and we've tried a couple out in the past which have been really good. They have this range called Aromafresh, which is a range of filtered coffee machines. Now they've got a new model out, the Aromafresh 2. They sent it over and after a few weeks of using it, here are my thoughts. The Aromafresh 2 is their top of the line filter coffee machine. It's a bean to cup or bean to jug machine, so you can pour your own beans into the machine, grind them and brew a coffee. It has an integrated ceramic grinder with 11 different grind settings. It has an adjustable brewing strength, a 10-cup water tank, lime scale protection, a built-in timer for automatic morning brewing, and lastly you can bypass that grinder part if you wanted to and used ground coffee as well. Visually it's very sleek, very modern, and in keeping with Melitta's newer products like the EPOS and EPOR, both of which are similar to this. At the very top, the hopper with a lid where you put your beans in. That's also where the grinder is, and a rotary knob for you to adjust the coarseness of the grind to suit your needs. Moving down, the basket, which is on a hinge and swivels out. This is where you put your filter paper in and or ground coffee if you're not grinding. Below that, the glass pot or jug with a lid, and below that the warming plate. This gets very hot, do not touch it at all, but if you keep your pot on it, it will keep your coffee hot for a while. The plate can be on for 20, 40 or 60 minutes. To the right hand side, the 10-cup or 1.25 litre water tank with a lid, and then below that the display and controls. This machine comes in a matte black finish only. It's generally made from plastic but overall feels well constructed. As for size, it looks okay on my kitchen worktop. The footprint isn't huge, so it doesn't take up too much space, but it is kind of tall. Setup is very easy and there isn't too much involved. If you read the manual first, it does tell you to set your water hardness. Now I know I have hard water, I see lime scale on my taps and so forth, and I know this can damage coffee machines, so I use bottled water. Yes, it is a little bit extra, but I've had machines break in the past and you can't just keep buying new machines. So I buy bottled water and recycle the plastic. I didn't test the bottled water, so I went for hardness setting 3. By doing this, the machine programs when it needs cleaning and descaling via usage. I've not hit that mark yet, but I imagine after 50 jugs or so I'll be prompted to descale. Using the machine is dead simple and you can do these steps in any order you want. Pour your beans into the top of the machine, open the swivel basket and insert your filter paper, fill the water tank up to however many cups of coffee you want, and then you're pretty much good to go. Now there is a cup button under the display which I initially thought was how many cups you wanted, but that isn't quite right. The amount of water you put into the tank must match the number of cups you want. All the water in the tank will be used regardless of cups selected, so it seems a bit of a pointless button to me. After that, you press the start button and a little green light will show up. See what happens, taste the coffee, it might be good, it might be bad, and then this is the time to dial in the setup to suit you. Grind settings at the top, time to play with these 11 settings to find how coarse you want your beans to be. I started in the middle, which is about 5 or 6, but then ended up going a little bit finer. Next, coffee strength, which is simply 1, 2, or 3 beans on the display. 1 equals mild strength, 3 equals strong. Beans, get whatever you want, try lots, find your favorite brand and keep them fresh. Filter paper, use Melitta ones or grab some off Amazon. They do vary in quality, so again, play around and find your favorite ones. If you want to use pre-ground coffee, you have to press the little spoon button, which will bypass the grind step. As you use the machine and try different things, you'll eventually hit the right settings and get the brew you want. As for performance, so far so good. It smells great. You do actually get a very nice aroma from the machine and it's the best smell ever. The quality of the coffee depends on the settings and beans, but after 3 weeks, I've got a good brew. It extracts well, good flavors, and my wife and I are happy. Once the grinder has finished, it's quiet. The time taken to make a jug depends on how many cups you've selected, but it's not that long and it's not that noisy either. You can very much press start and walk away, which is great. That's also where the timer function comes in. Set the timer to 7 AM and wake up to a lovely smell of freshly brewed coffee. And if you hit that snooze button, no problem, as you've set the hot plate to 40 minutes, so your coffee will stay warm. I've not yet had to do a clean process, but I imagine it's like the other Melitta machines. I'll be prompted it needs a clean, and then I'll refer back to the manual and do the step-by-step to clean it. So there we have it. That was the new Melitta Aromafresh 2 coffee machine. It looks good, it works well, and I'm enjoying the coffee a lot. The timer is great, but that cup selection is a little bit odd. I'd like to fill the machine to 10, but only make 4 cups, but maybe that'll come in the future. With a retail price of £235 here in the UK, it's on the higher side for a filtered coffee, but I don't think it's overpriced in any way. Longevity concerns me. How well built are the components inside the machine? But only time will tell. I'll keep using this, and if I have any more thoughts on it, I'll drop them in the comments below. If you have stuck around until the end, then thank you very much. And if you want to see more videos from us in the future, hit that subscribe button and all our future videos will pop up in your feed.